Good morning, everyone. It's Crypto Meow Analysis coming at you with an update video on Bitcoin. So first of all, good morning. I hope everybody has a great day if you're watching it in the morning time. Obviously, not everyone's going to be watching it at the same time. But anyway, I wanted to just make an update video this morning because we had a nasty sell-off and now we're getting some sort of relief. I wouldn't really call it relief, but we're getting a bounce. So Bitcoin just bounced from a major level of support. You're not out of the woodworks just yet. This level is extremely important, and in the video, I'm going to break down today's Bitcoin's price action and the exact targets that I'm watching for next. Well, first of all, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, this channel focuses on clean, technical Bitcoin analysis without the hype. So just FYI, if you like that kind of videos and if you like my content, please like and subscribe. So let's jump into the chart. On the daily time frame, Bitcoin is still in a broader bullish structure, but we've been in a corrective phase after being rejected from the highs. So we've been in a corrective phase after October of 2025. Price pulled back into key demand zone, and this is the same area that previously acted as resistance before a breakout. Okay, that makes this zone extremely important. So today's price action, Bitcoin did get a bounce from this area of support and is currently trading around $88,000. We're seeing higher lows form and price is compressing inside of this rising channel. This tells me that buyers are stepped in, but we still need confirmation. We still need confirmation as long as Bitcoin price action stays between 83.6 and 91.3. So we've been talking about this for a couple months now. This is very key. And in my opinion, I might have called it prematurely, but I do think that we are forming a bear flag. And this bear flag extends out 175 days because that's what the Gaussian channel showed me, which I'll bring it up again on the chart later on in this video. But that's where I'm getting my information from. So this purple zone below the current price is the most important support on the chart. As long as Bitcoin holds this level on a daily closing basis, the bullish structure remains intact. If this level fails, the next downside target sits around 83,006, followed by 70,000 support. I don't know if we're going to come back here and get another bounce. Maybe we will. Maybe we will come back down and then make a lower high and validate a downtrend forming and then fall off the table, which does push out the theory that we're going to get that big capitulation sometime in a couple months, sometime in March, April, May. But as long as we don't just fall off the table now, then we still have chance for consolidation, and then obviously Bitcoin dominance chopping, price action chopping around, Ethereum increasing, and we still have the chance of getting some sort of alt season, which I'm still holding out hope for. On the upside, Bitcoin needs to reclaim 91,003, followed by a $95,000 zone. This area aligns with prior structure and moving averages, which makes it a strong resistance. So 95 was the 100-day moving average, and we are now below the 50 and the 20-day simple moving averages, which is bearish. I mean, being under all moving averages on the daily time frame is bearish. It does mean that we did get rejected. A clean daily close over this zone would confirm a continuation. Now, we attempted to break out last time, but we did get rejected, and now we're back in macro support. So the upside targets are breaking 95.2, and the first major target and the psychological one is going to be around $100,000 level. If we do break 103,000 on the upside, I do think that it's a super cycle and 139 to 148 is in play. That's the larger resistance zone between 139 and 148. So these targets are only active if we see strength and follow through and have price action stay over and get over 103,009. Now, the RSI is currently neutral. which means Bitcoin is not overbought and oversold. That supports the idea that this move can extend once direction is confirmed. We are closing in on oversold, I guess, right? So we don't have to come back down, and we are getting a nice curl up on the RSI. So, it doesn't have to keep breaking down, but maybe we do come back down and retest 83.6 and then get that bounce for a lower high before we capitulate. But I don't really know. But we'll just have to keep monitoring it and wait and see. Now, Bitcoin on the weekly, I always show this on my videos because obviously we're getting more and more viewers. So the reason why we have this these days over here is because typically when Bitcoin breaks into the Gaussian channel on the weekly, you have around 140 to 175 days every single time before you get that capitulation. Very important. So we broke into the channel, we chopped around. After 140 days, we had the capitulation, and that was the bottom. This time we double bottomed before we blew up on out of here. Now, also, it took 140 days for the Gaussian channel to print red here. Moving forward from that, we we broke out. We used it as support. It took 175 days of chopping around, and on this, afterwards, after this, you broke down, you capitulated. That was a really big capitulation, around 50%. It printed red, and then the bottom was in. Fast forward, you broke out with the exception of the COVID drop, but that didn't even print red. So let's just assume that didn't happen because it didn't technically print red. You had this giant, massive bull run. You broke into the channel. 175 days later, you capitulated, and you were close to putting in a bottom. You actually made a lower low before we ended up moving up. Now, currently, we broke into the channel back here in November. Okay, so 175 days out from November. So 140 to 175 days out from November is going to be, let's just do 140 to 175 is going to be March to May 4th. I don't want to put that though, so we'll just leave 175. So between March and May, I do think that we are going to get that major capitulation. And technically, on the Gaussian channel, it hasn't printed red just yet. So if it does, and when we do break this channel, it's just 100% confirmed that we're in a bear market, but we are close to putting in a bottom at that point. So maybe the bottom is this year, and you're going to get a year of chopping around, and then another year of setting up for the next bull run. How low do we go? I don't know. My next target. So if you guys haven't watched the Bitcoin Maxi videos, I am now focused on getting to 1 Bitcoin during the bear market. So my goal is to dollar cost average down and try to get to 1 Bitcoin. I actually make videos on it now. But when I buy, so I haven't bought in a while. Last time I bought was back here in November because we had a massive dip. I haven't bought yet, so it's been like 4 months since I bought. And we've talked about this where patience is key, right? The next area that I'm going to be buying 0.002 BTC is around $70,000. I know that's not a lot. I know that's like $140. You guys are like, oh my God, that's not a lot of money. But yeah, I'm not going to buy when the price is all the way at the highs right now. I'm trying to get in I only have limited capital. I'm trying to get in for as cheap as possible. And my next buy target is 70,000 for BTC. I hope that all made sense. So the takeaway is simple. As long as Bitcoin holds support here in this purple box, I'm watching for a continuation higher, maybe validating this bear flag until we finally get that capitulation. If support breaks, I respect the downside and adjust accordingly, which is 83.6 at this point, and then 70,000. Let me know in the comments which direction do you think Bitcoin moves next. If this video helped you, please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, and subscribe to the channel. Come to the live streams. We, for the most part, are starting to do daily live streams on the channel. So you come support the channel by watching or asking for me to look at your altcoin and all that good stuff. So Thank you so much. Just remember, none of this is financial advice. It is all just my opinion. And I will catch you in the next video. Have a great day.